Boy's just sighing over there. Good evening. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome. Hi, Jalise. How are you? Welcome. I'm getting my decks ready here. We're gonna read a little bit. Hello, welcome. Good evening. Almost New Year. We're on the last few days of the month. And we're gonna ask questions tonight. We're gonna ask 2 questions tonight. Hi, Sky, welcome. Hi, Perry Kearney. Hi, Lori. We're asking, what did you get out of being with them or being in that situation that you keep wanting to recreate? Because we just came out of the full moon in Cancer energy. So we're asking, what did you get out of that whole thing? I'm gonna turn this light down a little bit. It's a little bright on me. So what did you get out of it? That's the first thing we're gonna ask. What did you get out of being in that situation or being with them or being in that place that you're trying to recreate again? The second question we're gonna look at tonight is, pardon me, my throat chakra's acting up here because I've been singing, knocking all the phlegm off of my throat there. What did you believe about yourself when you were with them? What did you believe about yourself when you were with them or when you were in that situation? What did you believe about yourself? So, let's start. I'm going to pick a random person. And I'm just gonna hone in on their energy, and I'm not even gonna say who it is. I'm just honing in, just to help me make sure I'm tapping into the general energy of the people that are being attracted to this live. So, whoop. All right. So somebody here is like, oh, I wish it's me. I wish it's me. I wish it's me. If that's you, it might be you. So the energy I'm picking up from this person that I've honed in on is that these particular 2 questions I'm asking about what did you get out of being with them and what did you believe about yourself when you were with them, you believed for sure that this was going to be a wish come true. And you believed, and there's something to do, like, why is there a Christmas tree on this card? Like, I have, let's see, 2, 4, 6 decks available. I grabbed my pasta tarot and my housewives tarot because I love these. And this is the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups does not traditionally have a Christmas tree on it, but it just happens to. So I feel that most likely one of the feelings that you thought that you would get out of being with them is this feeling of being a celebration, connecting with your family, creating a family, and it's all the things that you've been wishing for. You're just really, really feeling like, yeah. Hi, Serene, I'm seeing you there. Hi, Destiny, welcome. So I really think that this was the main feeling that you were after. This feeling that you get when you ask for something on Christmas and you get what you ask for. Not like when you ask for something and you get like a second rate version. That's not what you're wishing for. You want to feel like you got what you asked for. Like someone was listening and they heard you. Hello, Luna. We're answering 2 questions right now. I honed in on a particular person's energy, knowing that whoever is here is probably going to kind of connect with this energy because they're in a similar collective. And we're answering the question, what did you get out of being with them? And what did you believe about yourself when you were with them? Okay, so the first question we asked, I honed in on someone's energy, and this is what we got. And I resonate with this, so I'm sure whoever is here is probably like, oh my God, that's exactly the way I feel too. Hi, Nicole. Thank you for liking the live. Hi, let's see, 1HG. I'm going to call you Carp 68. Knowledge. Okay, so what did you get out of being with them? So more about this. Wishes fulfilled. I would be able to celebrate. I would be able to give and receive gifts. I'd be able to recreate those hallmark moments that I've been longing to. Then the Norman Rockefeller. Look that artist up if you don't know that artist. That might be a little bit. I might be dating myself here as someone who had to study Norman Rockefeller and as an art historian, but it's a certain time period. But anyway, that sort of picture perfect. That's what you got out of being with them. You thought it was going to be all the things you've ever wished for were just going to magically come, and why not? That's really how this stuff works. So okay, I get that. So we're gonna go deeper into this card after we pull the next one, because we're gonna get another layer. We're gonna just keep pulling layers on these things for all the people that are joining us. And thank you so much for sharing the live as well. I appreciate that. That helps with views. I recognize they keep lumping me in. Like, I look at similar and they keep lumping me in with very low quality videos, which is making me realize that I have to get a new iPhone so badly. So the more love I get on the lives, the more likes, the more shares, the more engagement, you'll trick the algorithm back into thinking that I'm not low quality. But honestly, I kind of think that's to keep the collective message a little bit more precise. I feel like when we have these more precise messages, it's a little bit more fun. Which brings me actually to let you know that come the new year, I'm going to do something a little different. So I'm going to be coming on doing lives more consistently. That's a commitment I'm making to myself, to just reconnect with some people that I have lost connections with, like Abby. Welcome, Abby. I'm so happy to see you here. I just told Abby good news. I texted her and was like, okay, find me a place to live. I'm going to move to the same town where you live. But so what I'm wanting to do is, starting with the new year, and I'm going to do, for those of you that are not going to go out on New Year's Eve and you're feeling kind of lonely or whatever, I think I'm just going to be here and I will just host a New Year's Eve party for us. So I'm probably going to do it from my Pearls Prayers account. So make sure you're following Pearls Prayers. And we'll just listen to music and we'll pull some cards and we'll hang out and we will anticipate the 30-day challenge, which will be starting on January 1st. It is a year since I did it the first time, so I am going to do it again to celebrate having done it the last time, and it was very fun and cool, and we'll talk more about that. But the cool thing that I want to mention is that after my lives come January, I will be doing this thing that there will be a Zoom link in the members content. So if you are a member if you go right now to the link in my profile, scroll down, there's a little button that says Pearls Prayers. It's next to the waitlist button. If you click that button, you will see that you can become a member for as low as $1 a month. And for all members, you will have access to a Zoom call. So after the first probably hour, that's just on TikTok or YouTube or wherever I'm going to go live, I will then take it to a Zoom call. And as long as you're a member, you can click the link and join me. So that means you can actually talk back to me and we can have a more private space that's not trolled and stuff. And what I was going to do is just I'm going to probably do it around 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, a couple nights a week, and then you can have dinner with me on the Zoom call. We'll just grab some food and we'll just sit and hang out and chat and just have a community of friends. I do a support group every month and it's really good to connect with people. And right now it's going to be available at the $1 level, but if it gets too crowded, I might have to just do like different sections or something, because I want people to have a chance to talk. So that's going to be coming up. It's going to be fun. So everybody download Zoom if you don't have it, because I am going to use Zoom. I paid for the damn thing, so. All right, so this next question that we're going to ask is, what did you believe about yourself when you were with them, or when you were in that job that you think you want again, or when you were in that pursuing that passion? Like, when I pursue music, what do I believe about myself when I'm a musician? So you can answer these questions intellectually as I'm asking them, like, because in fact all the things that occur to you when I ask these questions and then just sort of pop into your mind, that's really pertinent information to you. That's your inner voice speaking to you, or it could be your thoughts that have maybe distorted thoughts that you feel like, oh no, that's not true, you know. Like when I asked, what did you get out of being with them, I thought, nothing. So, you know, that's not like true, but I mean, so it's a good way for you to kind of test that out. Okay. Oh my gosh, we have 88 viewers right now. I love the 88, the synchronicity of that. Okay. So you might have intellectual responses to this, or you might even have intuitive responses where you're like, oh man, you know, that's what I felt that would happen. And that's pertinent information. I'm just kind of picking up on maybe some common things that we all thought, like, oh, if what I got out of being with them, or what I get out of the idea of being with them is this like dream life, you know. Okay. So what did you believe about yourself when you were with them? What did you, okay. Apparently a lot of things. I guess you believed a lot of things about yourself. Let's see. So these are the things that you thought about yourself when you were with them. And if you've never been with them, or you've never had this job or this dream, you've never lived this dream, these are the things that you believe you will be, or you will believe about yourself when you do achieve or have this. Okay. The first thing is the Two of Cups. Okay, so that can be related to a relationship. It can also be related to doing something you really love. So you believe that when you are with this person, or when you are in this dream job, you're going to be really doing something you love, figuratively and literally. Okay, and then we have we have the Nine of Wands, which is this feeling of like having, you know, overcome victim mentality. Like you're not a victim anymore. You're kind of putting that behind you. You've healed. Like you've come to the point where you've healed what was going on with you. And then the Five of Cups. So you have like a reason to be optimistic. So you believe about yourself. Now, actually, there's two sides here. Some people are of this mindset that they believe that when you are with this person, or in that situation that you're dreaming about, that you're going to finally have this relationship that you've been longing for, or this thing that you've been longing for that you finally get to do. You're going to love it. It's going to feel great. You're going to feel healed, overcome this being alone all the time, and finally have that future that you've always been looking forward to, all the things that you've been optimistic about. That's what you believe. You're that kind of person. You get to have those things. But then there are some of you that actually are recognizing deep down that what you believe about yourself when you're with that person or in that situation is that actually you're kind of a victim. And there's a lot of regret and sadness there. So if that's the case, if you believe about yourself that when you're in a relationship with this person that you're actually sort of at the mercy of like their moods, that doesn't sound that great. If that's something that you really think is going to happen, it seems like you might actually create obstacles to fulfillment then. Like it seems like you actually might try to prevent that from happening. So you can see how that might be holding you back. So that's interesting. Let me get, I'm going to get this other tarot here. This is the beautiful deck that I have that Abby gifted me, actually. It is the Guardians of the Night Tarot, the same creator of the Crow Tarot by MJ Cullinane. So give us a little bit more information about this. First, let's look at that first feeling of what did we get out of being with them? Queen of Pentacles. Made you feel good about yourself. Made you feel good about yourself. Made you feel like you had a reason to, you know, get up every day. Something to take care of. Someone to take care of. Made you feel like you were going to have some kind of financial independence. Like you were going to be able to be creative. Made you feel like you were going to have some kind of financial independence. Like you were going to be able to be creative and be supported in that creativity. So it seemed like your wish to be a queen, you know, to be able to feel like, what is a queen? Who is a queen? Okay. I've been watching The Crown with my mom and thinking about queens. And I watched also the movie about Catherine the Great, who was an empress, which to me is actually pretty different than The Crown if you compare the two roles and the amount of authority and power each one of those people had. Time frame also makes a difference because we obviously shifted from a monarchical structure into the parliament. But regardless, the Empress has ultimate power, and the Empress really doesn't require an emperor. It's sort of like, in some ways that could get in the way of things, but it's more just like I get to choose who's at my side. You know, I don't need it, but I could become bigger. I could become more, I could swallow up more of this world if I have, you know, an equally powerful counterpart. The Queen of Pentacles, she's not that, her role is more, it doesn't for me, it doesn't have the same kind of like conquering element as the Empress does. Even though we really don't talk about the Empress that way. We always talk about the Empress just fucking relaxing on her throne here. Bitch, I doubt many Empresses are really doing much relaxing. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Dana. I've missed you too. Welcome. Welcome to everybody. Yes, you'll see more of me. I'm going to be around more. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. I shall retrieve it later. Thanks. So, yeah, the Queen of Pentacles has, like, honestly, less like power hungry qualities. She's more interested in like nurturing what her kingdom, what she already has. She doesn't really need to like grow or expand that kingdom. In fact, there's kind of an awareness that I get from the Queen of Pentacles that's like, I know that's like more money, more problems. Like she knows that like what she has is something to be grateful for. It's something to be sustained. It's something to that's going to keep growing as long as she's nurturing it. But it's a softer energy than the Empress. But what's so interesting is this: the answer to the question, what did you get out of being with them, is the feeling of being this queen who has something to nourish and tend to, something abundant that will grow and be safe and be stable. So your idea of this relationship is that you're going to feel this way. I want you to pick a handful of people in your life that have like decent relationships. Might be a few people, honestly, but there's somebody, right? Pick somebody with a decent relationship. And I want you to just go like, how much of a wish fulfillment was this relationship? Like, how much did you get this sense of security and abundance and creativity and being supported in that? I think most people are gonna say, you know, that they still had to give themselves those feelings, because you're still gonna have to give yourself permission to feel like this in any situation, whether you're with a partner or without a partner. So if you haven't given yourself permission to feel this way now, right now without doing anything, without anybody doing anything to make you feel that way, it's highly unlikely that you would then feel that way in a connection, because you're telling people how to treat you, and right now you're not treating your own like creativity with the kind of reverence and respect it would need for it to feel supported so it could grow. And so you're giving out that signal to your partner, like, I don't really value myself that way, so it's okay if you don't. So if you don't already feel that way now, this relationship is probably going to not be a source of that feeling for you. So you can just you can eliminate that illusion. You don't have to have, that illusion doesn't have to keep you from being in relationships. Because let me tell you what, it is keeping you from being in relationships. Because you're asking for two things at the same time. On the one hand, you're asking, please, can I have this fulfilling relationship with somebody nurturing who's going to support and love me and support my ability to be creative and to live the life that I desire and to have abundance, right? That's the one thing you're asking. And then you're saying, and also, can it be this specific person? And the universe is like, no, not yet, or not now, or I don't know if that's possible in this lifetime, or, no. You want sometimes things that don't gel. So if you're asking for this deeper thing, if you're asking for this, but what gives you this is actually this, and you're like, can I have this person so that I can feel like this? And the universe is like, well, that person has free will, but I can make you feel this way if you just do the things that you're called to do that make you feel this way, and I can show you what those are, and I can show you how to do them. And you're like, yeah, but can I just have this so I can feel like this? And the universe is like, sure, when this is cooked you can have this, but right now I can give you this if you like this now, if you want it. And you're like, no, I want this. And the universe is like, okay, but you have to feel this. You have to feel this to get this. This is because you want this to feel this. So you have to feel this first. So you're going ass backwards. You want this to feel this. You have to feel this to get this. Okay. Then we're going to go now to, what did you believe about yourself when you were with them? Okay. So what did you believe about yourself when you were with them? Well, some of us who were with them in the past, we actually learned some pretty negative things. We felt like we were a victim that would be always disappointed. We would always be disappointed. We would have an expectation that we would meet eye to eye, that we would be on the same page, but they just really, all that really happened is they just disappointed us, okay? For others, we think that what will be true about ourselves when we are with them is that we are going to just have this great relationship. It's going to be an end to the victim mentality of always being sad and disappointed. That's going to be something that we don't believe about ourselves anymore. And what the Guardians of the Night Tarot is telling me is that you have to face the fact that you are taking your personal experiences that you've had before and projecting them into that future. So if you want to believe that you are the type of person that has overcome victim mentality and is able to not be held back by your past or the regrets that you've had or the disappointments that you've had in your past, and that you're an optimistic person, then you actually have to unpack the thoughts that have been keeping you stuck in this tortured thinking that you've had of, it's honestly this fixation. It's like replaying events over and over here. Look at this story. It's like, we had this beautiful dinner, but then I had to clean up this whole entire mess, right? Beautiful dinner and whole entire mess. Beautiful dinner, whole entire mess. And that's what relationship after relationship has been like. We're going on a date. It's going to be so exciting. It's just another instance where all of my old wounds are being triggered again. And now there's just a mess that I have to clean up. And I didn't even get to eat my fucking stuffed shells. And that is not fair. And that's just going to keep happening to me. So how can the universe give you this person that you feel is going to make this come true? All of my dreams are coming true, when you're like, it's just going to torture me. It's just going to be endless torture. I'm going to be tortured endlessly. in a cycle that never ends, because this is just who I am. Who am I in relationships? I'm this. I want to feel like this, but I'm this, actually. The universe is like, okay, well, I can't give you this if you think this, because you asked me for this and this isn't this. Okay, I'm just contemplating my own role in this demented saga. Okay. Oh, welcome everybody. Hi Riley. Thank you so much for following me. I really appreciate that. Hi Julie. So yeah, that's happening. How are you all tonight? What's going on? How were your Christmases? What were your favorite Christmas presents? Everybody hydrate. Oop, King of Swords and the Seven of Wands. And look at that King of Swords. That's intense. So I feel like somebody's trying to figure out how to get through someone's defenses here. Somebody's got their guard up and someone's like, how do I get through? But everybody hydrate. Everybody hydrate. I got a towel warmer and it's a luxury I didn't know I needed. I love that, Luna. I got this. I don't know if you'll all recall that I recently got a green jacket. And listen, me getting a hoodie is incredible. The hoodies I've been wearing for the last literally like 4 or 5 years. My mother was like, I guess, determined to like replace my hoodies. Anyway, she got me a green one and I've been wearing that one. And then I got this pink one. So now I have a pink one and a green one. Can't be happier. And then I got, what else did I get? Oh, I got a new light, which is fancy. It has a remote control that sticks to everything, which is nice. It's like magnetic, so I can like clip it to things. And I actually really needed a bedside lamp. So I'm old because those were my most exciting. I was like, yay, I'm so excited about these presents. Oh, sure, Abby, I can do a reading, but for you, I don't think I need to charge you for your readings for some time now. You got some Uggs, Nicole. I love that. Yeah, if anybody wants a reading, you can, and if you would like even a private reading or to connect with any of my social media or anything, click the link in my profile. You'll see all the goodies there. I have yes, no readings are on sale for $11. And they're not just, I don't just go yes or no. I go yes or no. And then I go, is that really what you wanted to hear? If it's not, here's how you can change or shift the answer. So that's why it's $11, because it's like, it's a full reading. It's not just a no or yes. But then there's also the $33 reading is available there. And there is right now, the one-on-one sessions are on sale. I have my holiday sale still there. So the one-on-one sessions are usually $222 and they're $155 right now. And then, but that's all going on. And then if you do want a reading right now, I don't mind. I can do readings if that's something you want. There's a Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App, $33. And Abby, like I said, I can just do a reading if you want a reading for you, babes. On the house. But yes, all donations and bookings are welcome. I have been trying to save my car for the last month or so. I bought myself a little bit of time, but I still need to come up with around $1,700 so I can, every single donation, every single booking, every single purchase, no matter how small, memberships, $1, there's $1 memberships, $5 memberships, and you all get the same thing. I don't do a thing where you get certain content. You all get the same content, but if you have the higher level memberships, there are just discounts on services, higher discounts on services, or just some like perks, like getting credit for things and stuff like that, or VIP status. But the actual like readings, and if I post to the members board, it's everybody sees everything. I don't know about Mercury. Probably. Do you have a question that you want to ask, Abby? Yes, please donate, because Abby, honestly, she has helped me so much over the last year. And sometimes I think people assume that, a lot of people are donating, but a lot of times it's usually only 1 or 2 people that take on a lot of the burden. So help to offset that, please, by donating and booking. It's like NPR. If you want to see my content, you gotta donate. Current thoughts and feelings of your person. All right, let's get it. Let's get it for Abby. Current thoughts and feelings. And I'm sure if you're here, it might be similar energy. So I'm gonna use Abby's situation, current thoughts and feelings, to kind of channel a masculine energy in general, but very specific for Abby's situation. And I share a lot with her, so it'll probably be similar. What's interesting is I got the Ace of Wands, but the first thing I thought of was the Hermit card. And the reason is because the Hermit card happens to have a spider's web on it, and so my eye was drawn to the spider's web, and I thought Hermit, wanting to be alone. And the Ace of Wands is about a desire or a passion for something, and because I was thinking of the Hermit, it may have had something to do with being alone, but let me check it a little bit and just make sure that that was true. Or it could also have just been a desire to go inward, which is what the Hermit represents. Okay, yeah, the Five of Pentacles. Okay, maybe it's a desire to stop being alone, really, because the Five of Pentacles is about being on the outside looking in and feeling like really left out. And that makes sense right around the holidays too, because it's like, oh, I'm looking in at this warm, loving, comfortable energy. And oh yes, and you're a Virgo. That's right. That's another thing to think about with that that Hermit energy. So true, Abby. But yes, the warm energy of like the holidays and kind of being on the outside and looking in, and even I know, this person doesn't necessarily have access to be able to see what you're doing, but sort of like in their mind's eye to know what you're doing, to know that you're with family. I mean, you're Italian, you're with family, right? You're eating really well. I probably wish I was with you for the holidays. Although we had pretty good food over here. We had, the pork cutlets with the lemon, and we had the homemade noodles with the gravy, but it's like our family one, and then we had rolls. It was very good. And then a lot of cookies. So that kind of stuff, right? He might be sitting there thinking that like he's imagined basically what you got to experience and kind of wanting that in his life, wanting that. And I also feel like a thirst, like a spiritual thirst, something that like is kind of only satiated by our relationship or our connection really with God, gods, whatever you want to call that energy. Let's see what else is going on here. We've got the Seven of Pentacles here. So I definitely sense, because we've got the spider energy starting out the entire thing with the waiting for things to happen, being very patient, building a web, trusting something's going to come through. And again, now we have the Seven of Pentacles is covered with more spider energy here. So I'm sensing somebody that is, I just got an image of a spider that's on a web, and something is caught in the web and triggers the spider to begin moving in the direction of the food. And the only way that the spider knows where to go is through the vibrations on the fibers of the web. So it's like an energetic vibration is being felt when the divine masculine is seeing those images of, we even got it here out with that very first card, which did not have to come out. We didn't have to see this tonight, but this Christmas time vibes, even if you don't celebrate Christmas time, there's still the way that people act around that time of year, getting ready to be kind of hunkered down, knowing that like there's going to be a lot of series of events going on, and there's this feeling of kind of wanting to be cozy and just nature cycles. Even if you're not really into the Christian belief system, it's just sort of a natural thing that's going on at that time of year, which is why Yuletide is like 12 days. So it's it makes a lot of sense that if that's the energy that this person has been reflecting upon, then it's almost like that is the energetic vibration that is pulling him in this direction to actually harvest the abundance of a life like that instead of just contemplating it. And there's really a huge desire then to make a change. And look how we brought in the very first, when I went to clarify this, I got that owl energy, and then that's what we end with here. All these owls here as well. So the Wheel of Fortune is about kind of feeling lucky, feeling like it's a good time to make a change or to do something different or to do something new. And then the overall energy, we have the Eight of Cups, and I'm seeing this, I just saw this tiger appear in some stupid CGI video today, and it's just reminding me of this image again. And it was like stalking through the streets. It was this huge tiger that was like the size of like larger than people, just walking on the street. And it was like a weird sort of jarring image, and that's kind of popping into my head. So big cat energy, like I feel like there's a sense that like returning or coming back is gonna, like, people are gonna notice, like when he makes this move to go in the direction of that food, that juicy food for the soul, because that's really what he's seeking with the Five of Pentacles, is food for the soul. When he chooses to go in that direction, it's going to be very jarring to the people around him. They're going to notice. And I think if there's hesitation, it's because of that. It's like, I'm going to draw attention to myself if I leave behind my life the way that it is now. And that's what is behind. This is the bottom of the deck here, the Four of Swords, which is covering up the Five of Cups, which we got in the other deck over here. So and that's the Lover's card, which is just for some reason coming out with the World card. Okay, rude deck right now. So basically what the silence is hiding or covering up is this not wanting to disappoint other people in his life, not wanting to disappoint you, the Divine Feminine. But the pull or the draw is so undeniable, and it's like instinctual. We have all these instinctual creatures, right? You can't deny when you're being called in a certain direction. And if you're hungry spiritually or thirsty spiritually, like, you need to go and drink, you need to go and eat. And it doesn't matter how conspicuous it is when you finally get up to make this motion to go after what you desire. Ultimately, like, it's about the love that you feel and the fulfillment and satisfaction you feel in this world energy, like completing this cycle. So thank you, Abby, for asking that question and giving us some insight into the divine masculine energy in general, and specifically to your person's energy. If I was going to simplify that and just say, like, what that actually means for you, I think it means that, you know, your connection really did cause him to think a lot about what he could have. It caused him to look inward. It caused him to want to be closer to the divine, because there was some aspect of just that spark or something between you that just awakened him. And he feels pulled to change how he's been living his life and to do something that's more in alignment with his heart. And that would include connecting in loving relationships with people. I didn't see in this spread a specific energy that I would associate directly with you. And I feel like that's probably realistic for your specific situation, because I think what's happened is he's really learned so much about himself. But it's that information about himself that once he recognizes that his own worthiness, which is really what happens in this cycle, that the people that are worthy of his time and energy are people like you. So I feel that that's really the goal in any of these connections, is to spark the other person to that awakened state of being able to love the way that we love, which is pretty hard. We love hard, right? We love hard. And unconditionally. And I do see him awakening to that. So I think that's a beautiful energy. Yes, it is the whole point of the journey. I'm so glad that makes sense to you, Abby. Thank you for being one of my number one supporters. I really appreciate you so much. I do. And if you are interested in a reading from me directly and you'd like to get a private one, you can go to the link in my profile. You'll see there's a few different options there. The first two options are video readings. So basically you ask me your questions and I send you a video. And, if you need clarification for anything, I usually follow up with you. And then there is a one-on-one meeting, a private session where you actually see me over Zoom and can talk to me and speak to me during your reading. And that is on sale right now. So go check that out because I have the holiday sale going on. And thank you for saying I'm amazing. I appreciate that. Everybody hydrate. All right, so the exciting things we have going on. I made a paper for myself. My membership program. My membership program provides daily inspiration, readings, discounts, and more, and starts at just $1 a month. Make sure you go click on the link in my profile that says Pearl's Prayers. It's like a little button next to one that says Worth the Wait. That Pearl's Prayers button is how you become a member, and if you join for $1, you have access to every perk of the membership except for they're just discounts at higher levels. And then I'm currently looking for moderators. So I have Luna, who's one of my most amazing moderators ever. But I am looking for some more moderators who are thinking that they're going to be around regularly and want to do it. If you don't want to do it, please don't feel obligated, because there's always people who do really want to do it. And I will be doing an exchange. So basically, I'm currently looking for you all to help manage my socials in exchange for weekly readings. So I will either give you a scheduled weekly reading, or it just depends on how much time and energy you feel like putting into it. But basically, I just need somebody to be able to help with managing comments, pinning comments, just like Luna does, and making sure people know what's going on and directing them to the right place. And then if you're interested and you think you want to manage like a group of some kind on a platform that I don't use, like I don't have like a Snapchat, or I don't have a Facebook group. I mean, I think I have a group, but I don't manage it. So if you want to do something like that so that you can start a place for people to connect where they can post things, I do have a Discord channel. If you like Discord and you want to like kind of help to make the Discord channel cooler, hit me up and I will work with you. You can basically work with me on a weekly basis. Like I work with people $100 a week, $100 an hour. It's usually like 90-minute sessions. On whatever they need, and I would literally do that in exchange for some help with that kind of stuff. So if that sounds like, yay, I want to do that, hit me up. There's a place that says, when you go to the link in my profile and you get down to the place where it says video reading, if you scroll to if you swipe to the right, there's a thing that says ask me, and it's free, and you can just go ahead and say, hey, I'm interested in moderating, and I will get in touch with you. And I'm gonna have a moderator course. Luna and I are gonna put that together so that when you do become a moderator, all you have to do is go take the course to be approved, and then you can sign up for your sessions. I do offer mentorship in learning tarot. Absolutely. I don't have a specific like service offering. I would consider that a private session, but I would work on a budget for anybody who has weekly, like they want to meet on a weekly basis. I usually just ask that, we decide on something that works for you, and then you pay us a tuition either 2 or 4 weeks in advance, just to help me with consistency, and it also helps you with consistency too, because it can be bi-weekly, bi-monthly, like you can, use it over time, but it just ensures that people actually kind of stick to the work. Like when you sign up for piano lessons or anything like that, it's like, and I usually also, something I like to tell people if they're considering working privately with me, it's not something I expect that you're going to do forever. I usually try to have people, the first month, maybe you see me every week, but then usually it goes to like twice a week, twice a month, or once every couple of months as needed, because really my main goal is to help you figure out how to trust your own intuition yourself and be able to do what I do for yourself, because what I'm doing isn't like special, like it's not something that you can't do. I just basically say, oh, here's what you do. And it's not that hard. It's more just having somebody that's like helps you with accountability when you first start. Once you see how effective it is, you just kind of want to keep going on your own anyway. And then at that point, you can just spread the word about me. Spread the word, and that's all I ask. So, yes, the trust in self is probably, it's not even, and thank you, Maria. I'll follow you back too, so you can DM me if you want. But the trust in self is probably at play in a lot of areas in your life, and tarot is such a great place to learn to trust. It's like people who have issues, trust issues in relationships, I always try to remind them that trust issues are solved not by other people suddenly becoming trustworthy. Trust issues are solved by you being able to trust yourself. And tarot is one of those places where you start to learn to be able to trust the intuition that you feel. So it's actually going to be a really that's a life-changing thing, because it's going to apply across a lot of different areas of your life. So that'll be fun. I'll really enjoy exploring that with you. I would love to do that. And I'm also probably going to be offering some I have the coursework option on my page, and I don't want to sell a bunch of courses, but I will probably start to put just some of the common things I teach up there for people to access over the next year or two, because I just want, there's a few things that I teach almost every time I go live that people seem to benefit from, and I just want to put that in a place. So keep an eye open for those that are going to be happening. Yes, the closer you connect to your intuition, the more things connect in other areas of your life. Absolutely. We're taught to trust ourselves, not to trust ourselves at a young age. We have a few experiences, some of them very traumatic experiences, where we're literally told not to trust ourselves, and we're gaslit and all that kind of stuff, from traumatic abuse situations, from, kind of mundane, just media messaging, society-based. You can't trust yourself and you need to trust authority. You can only trust doctors. You can only trust people who are in industries that have all this gatekeeping that prevent you from learning the information that you would need to be able to make your own decisions and choices. You're taught to trust the church instead of trusting your own feelings about your spirituality, so it makes sense that we learn not to trust ourselves. And a bunch of people who trust themselves are dangerous to people who want to maintain authority, especially when they're doing things that are pretty fucked up, because people who listen to their heart, listen to their intuition, they know when shit's not right and they do shit to change it. So it's definitely an agenda that we all are I don't know if what I'm feeling is real, because what you're feeling is real. And if we all were really feeling real, then we would definitely see a massive change in our world. I think that's undoubtedly true. But I think I'm actually going to close up this reading tonight because my son is here for just one more day tomorrow, and I think they're back, so I'm going to go hang out with them. But I'm going to give you some nice oracle messages to close. And I will probably try to post this reading to YouTube, so if you did not get to see the whole reading and you're like, oh no, I missed it, I think the music that I have in the background, it won't get it pulled down, hopefully. But let's get a few oracle cards. So we're closing out this reading. What is the final advice? And please don't forget to come and join me if you are not doing anything on New Year's Eve. I'll be starting 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on, will actually be Pearl's Prayers, but on TikTok. Pearl's Prayers on TikTok. And I will be doing like probably 2 hours. We can just hang out. I'm going to get some snacks. Maybe I'll even get champagne. Why not? Why not? I'll live a little interesting energy. Okay, and then the final card. We're getting a tarot card because I love that these have also animal spirits on them, and I want an animal spirit. Just one, please. I'll take that. Okay, so the 3 messages we have for you. Midas touch. This is the idea that everything we touch is turning to gold. But maybe sometimes we feel like the other way around. Like maybe we feel like everything we touch is not turning so much into gold. It's turning to something else. It's not as nice. And it's all in our perception, I think. It's really about our perception of the effect we want to have on the world and the lasting effect of the things that we do. Sometimes we look for the only gold we can see is actually money. Like we don't see the value in a lot of other experiences or a lot of other things. And I think that can kind of cause us to feel like we haven't really created a lot of abundance or a lot of wealth in our lives. But I want you to reflect back upon your life, and I want you to pretend that money was the least valuable thing in it, and that everything else had more value than money, and suss out like how abundant your life is. Like if you looked at your life at and you looked at friendships, relationships, travel, there's all different ways that you could have had an abundant amount of experiences or whatever it is. So just change your perspective about your effect that you have on the environment too. I think you're not realizing that you really do have a lasting effect on people. It alchemizes them, right? Turning something into gold is alchemizing it. You take somebody that feels like my friend and I all weekend, we've been doing this, not just one friend. Luna and I do this for each other constantly, but I have another friend too that's got like a death day coming up. And so she's kind of going through her ups and downs, and I'm going through my financial ups and downs. And every so often, I'm calling her, and I'm the one that's like kind of reaching out and touching her and being like making her laugh and making her relax. And like today she was worried about the day, like New Year's Eve, particularly because it's associated with the death day of her close loved one. And she was panicking about it. And I was like, actually right now is kind of the bad feeling, right? You're anticipating feeling bad about this day, but you actually are just feeling bad now. And that's kind of the scary thing, is this feeling of the grief you already have right now. And like that helped her. And then we like moved on and talked about other things, and she kind of got into a flow. And so she's doing better. Okay. So if I looked at my life as, the only sign of the value I've created is my bank account, I would be pretty sad all the time. But if I looked at my life as like, I hung out with my friend today for an hour and she started off feeling awful and ended by feeling amazing, then I would have had abundance of those experiences. And I would have also had an abundance of those experiences returned to me, where the same thing happened, where I came into the call and was like, I'm in distress, and someone else touched me and turned my stress, my pain, and everything into gold, transmuted my energy. Okay. So that's what this card is about for you today. The next card is interesting. It's discretion. This is High Priestess vibes for me, and the raccoon, who's very fastidious, very neat, very clever. Discretion is when you've got a good idea, when you've got something that's kind of percolating in there and you don't tell everybody about it for many reasons. It's not quite ready yet. You want, when it's ready, you want it to slap, you know, and you want other people to be able to offer their opinions or ideas without poking holes in your confidence about something. Like, you want to be able to feel like secure in how you can answer those different queries about whatever idea it is that you might be bringing to the table that's new or unique. That's coming up for me. The other thing that's coming up is if you have often been a secret yourself, or you have been somebody that's kept things hidden or been forced to keep something hidden within you. I want you to start to acknowledge that you deserve to be out in the open. People deserve to hear and see you and your ideas. You deserve to be known. You don't have to, it doesn't all have to be a secret. So you've got to kind of figure out where you fall in that spectrum. Are you feeling like someone's keeping you a secret, or someone's keeping their feelings for you secret? And that's something that happens to you a lot. You might want to shift your mindset about that. I've had moments before where I've thought of somebody as they're keeping their feelings as a secret from me as being a negative thing. And then I've thought of it at times as being something, you know, often we keep things close that we find are precious to us. So you can change your perspective about that. And you also deserve to be seen and heard. So make sure you're acknowledging that, because this card is really kind of making that loud and proud for me. There you are. How are you, babes? Third Eye Roses is in the house. The Knight of Swords we have is somebody that's definitely not like holding back. They have a clear idea of what they want to say, and they're saying it, and they're speaking truth also. And this card is very interesting because this is a swordfish. So we have, even though a card is associated with air energy, we see that this actual Knight of Swords energy is able to navigate emotions and their headspace, and still speak the truth. And this is like from the depths of their emotions. So that's like the opposite of keeping that to yourself, or being allowed to be kept a secret, so to speak. I'm also going to just read the final messages here from these couple of cards. We've got the Guardians of the Night with the Knight of Swords energy. I love this deck. It's so nice. You know, it's always, I love all of my decks, honestly. I don't think there are many decks that I've had that I've ever been really, truly disappointed in. But there's been many times when I've thought, oh, this deck is going to be like my most favorite deck. And I like it. Like, it's really cool. It's awesome. And then there'll be decks that I'll be like, oh yeah, I like this deck. This is great. And then it will just be like this amazing, incredible deck that I never even expected. That's what this deck is. Okay, so this says, for the, oh, this is a barracuda, bitch. It's even a swordfish. This shit's a barracuda. The barracuda is ruthless, stealthy, and fast. They cut through the water with precision and clarity as they go after their prey. Call on the barracuda when you require feeling powerful and sharp. The barracuda is also a master of patience and will help you ease your mind while you are waiting for the perfect moment to strike. I love that. So this, okay, there's a very specific message here. All the things I've said about these cards are true, but this one is just really loud and clear right now. Somebody here, or lots of people here, you've got some really good ideas. Like some, I'm going to turn this shit into gold kind of ideas. And right now, you want to keep those ideas to yourself until you are really clear about them. And then when you're really clear about them, you want to go for it and just say exactly what it is that you think is going to be like the moneymaker for you. One of the things that I am bringing back is that my slogan used to be get tuned in every single day, because I used to read every single day. But I'm going to bring that slogan back. I think it'll help me with consistency, and it's super on brand for me, really, because I'm all about getting tuned in, right? All right, last card I'm going to read here is the Secret Gardens discretion card. I'm just going to get a little bit more information there in case we missed anything. From this card, it says, the key to protection is discretion. Whether you are working on a new vision or harboring thoughts of creating a new relationship or business, discretion is called for, just like a seed needs to be protected in the dark soil, coaxed carefully into garden life. It is the same with your ideas. Be careful with whom you share right now. Keep to the gardens of contemplation as your intentions grow strong and vital. Stay close to the gentle light of the moon, which nourishes poets and dreamers. Sometimes we get so hungry for connection and approval we overshare or share with folks who are unworthy of our intimacy. And this is an invitation to step back and consider how you are sharing. Guard your worth. And that actually brings me back to that other announcement I made earlier, which I'll just repeat for anybody that's joining now, is that come the new year, January 1st, I will be taking the TikTok lives, and after the live is ending, like right now, for instance, I will be inviting you sometimes to come with me on a Zoom call. So you can just hop over and be able to like chat with me. You can, if you want to use your camera, you can. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. And we can talk, we can hang out, we can pull cards, whatever, just kind of build more community between us. We have a space to talk and hang out. And I'll probably invite people to come, like, and either perform music or do tarot for us or astrology, different things, like, and it will be for members. So, and members at the dollar level. So if you're interested in that, join the membership program. That's all going to be coming up in the new year, and I'm super excited about it. And I will definitely be having third eye roses. You'll definitely be a guest. That will be really fun, actually. And that's probably, I think, what we're going to do, Luna, when we do our lives and stuff. We can do them over on the Zoom. Like, we can kind of we can do the same thing. Like, if we do a TikTok live, we can then move it over to the Zoom. I think that'd be really fun, if you're interested in that. But yes, I will keep everybody posted, and I am going to head out now. If you want to see any of my other content, go check that link in my profile. It's got all my social media there, including my YouTube and everything. And make sure you listen to my music as well. I just posted, I'm working on this new sound. Actually, I will show you because you'll appreciate it. I've got, let's turn this off. Let me turn it on. I've been making this thing. Anyway, go check that out. Pearl's Prayers account. You can go check that out. I've been working on that for a while. Thank you so much. Good night.